Hello, comrades. It's Premier Rever, and I am back again, looking at the city of Revergrad. And it's very short time since the last video. I was going to play for it a little bit, but there's enough little issues that I thought I would share with you guys. Maybe we can straighten some of them out together. At this point, these guys are still working on, by these guys I mean the construction crew in Revergrad is working on our final warehouse down there, open storage warehouse. I guess it's not really a warehouse, open storage yard. And the main thing I want to get straightened out, I came, just when I had saved, it was pretty much up here, I think where I had ended the video. And I noticed we didn't have a bus, so I went and found our bus. And our bus is going all the way back to Farminsky to get fuel, because we do not have any power, apparently, to the thing. I thought I built it close enough. I'm amazed that I didn't notice sooner. But then again, yeah, okay. So in any event, what I was thinking of is, before I started the video, we already have a substation right here which covers, like, this has power. So what I was thinking to do is just, even though it'll cost a little bit more money, is just put a substation further down in case, like, why put it too close to this one? I don't think we'll need, if we need more power, it's probably going to be up over this way. So I thought maybe we just come along the road here and put another one. Who knows what we may use it for. I don't think it'll take too much longer for them to construct it. So if we came in here and just sort of, let's spin it around so the road will face that direction. And I'll just go as far away as I can. And then we'll have like a substation like in this neighborhood. And let's get a road just so I can see where the thing is. Hopefully we can connect it. Very good. Alright, so there we go. So now we have a road to it. Now let's get... you know, I don't know that we need much for power poles. Neither one of these is that expensive. Maybe we'll just go with the littlest ones. Oh, we need to get it so where it'll turn out. There we go. We'll probably just run it parallel to these, right? There we go. And then come off of this one in case we need to bring more power someplace else. And that'll give us a few more options. Something else I just thought of. Let me go over to buildings real quick. Get rid of this get citizens and buy stuff. I don't think we're going to build any of those, but just so I don't forget. Alright, so there we go. So now these guys are working on a bunch of roads, and I'd rather them just concentrate on finishing those. If you remember from the last episode, we're done another section of asphalt, so that's wonderful. So since we need to come down here anyway, I think I'm going to open up the Farminsky, which has been doing our paving, and Przik North. And let's go ahead and first get us asphalting project going. Okay, right there, it's fine with me. Alright, so you guys work on that. Now you guys are working on a road, so they're not really even geared towards working on roads, but let's get them to work on our new little power situation. And power poles. Okay, what are those power poles going to cost us? Some boards and electronic components, so that's not too bad. Alright, so there we go. So now at least we should have power there now. Alright, now that we have our bus back, yep, there he goes, back to his rounds. Hopefully by the time he needs fuel again. Now, as we seem to be missing our logging truck, I assume he's, yep, here he comes. Yeah, look at that black smoke he's putting out. There you go, at least he's got some fuel now. So hopefully by the time they need fuel again, they'll be going. And this guy's just Yeah, he's just running back and forth because the whole system of getting lumber is not going so well at this moment. And then, yeah, we need to get this built for the trains, but again, there's no urgency because of the tracks. While we're up here, look at this. So see, I don't quite understand why these guys are still waiting. Maybe it's because I just unchecked this. I don't know. This guy told to wait? Nah. So let's just send these couple on their merry way. And hopefully these guys will stop waiting at some point. We'll come back in a minute. Yeah, wait to get unloaded, but that's the corn guy. There we go. So at least we're going to get some... So part of the problem is we're blocking the corn guy coming in. I really need to... I'm kind of curious to see if we can even just park a corn train here and, you know, just leave the corn train parked there. It's not the best solution, but at least it will stop this. Otherwise, we're going to have to come up with something, which again, I think is to get these trucks not coming in here. We could just build a, you know, like another train depot anywhere and just have the trucks go to the train depot, which would probably be a good idea. Like get a warehouse. Well, who knows? This might be a place we branch off to go into the heartland, into the interior over there. So maybe somewhere down in this region we could have a bit of a, you know, depot for different things. Obviously, we could do something down here. We got a big open area that way, but in any event, we'll see what happens. Let's see. Let's go back here and see if we still have the same jam up. No, they're moving now, but then is it because, well, they got some food. He didn't wait for all the food he could get, but I'm okay with that as long as we don't have... What is this guy? So now we have two food guys waiting. Yeah, it appears... Wait, you know what? I looked at the wrong thing. Jeez. It's better if... Well... Yeah, there we go. I was looking at the wrong thing. Sorry, guys. Yeah, look, these guys are all on wait. I did take this guy off, right? Yeah, so that's going to be very not fuel efficient, but I'll have to come back up. Now, what about you? Are you... Yeah, you don't wait. All right, that's, again, it's not the best situation, but until we can get our trains involved, I'm willing to deal with it as long as we're making some stuff, right? And that's the corn one. Good. All right, well, they're flowing again for the minute. Now, how are we doing on our train track construction, railroad construction? I don't see anybody down here working. Okay, so you're done whatever it was I told you to do, and I would like you to finish this line, I think, first. Because at this point, when he sticks his nose out here, he blocks everybody else up. But in the meantime, let's go to... Yeah, we need to get these tracks one way. Yeah, and really... You know what? I don't... For the... I'm going to get rid of this because I don't like it. SBG Gaming had a solution. Well, this guy's on the track, so I can't get rid of it. So let's come over to here. You know, and which way? I have no idea which one is which. 50-50 chance. You ready? Let's see. I'd like to delete the one that... of course, I delete the one that has materials. And we're going to delete that one, too. And I'd like to get rid of this crossing because it's just... Well, can I? Yeah, they're going to have to cross and figure out their route sooner. So because it's just construction vehicles now, I don't think we really need this. So let's... I don't need to pause. Let's come up here, and it was pointed out by Nino, and I think other people in the past. I never noticed the cancel route. Now you can't. So we do have to use the bulldoze. I think I never really... That's not what I wanted to do. But I don't know of a way to just delete the roads. Is there? I mean, that's jackhammer up the road, but it doesn't, you know, it doesn't let me jackhammer a road that's already there. Alright, so we're just going to have to rebuild these. Not the most pleasant thing to have happen in your life. But, there we go. So we can assign those two jobs, I think, right? Yeah, they're past that. They shouldn't interfere with anybody else. Good, they're both attached. Oops. I didn't need to pause. And then finally, we should pick a track down here that I don't think it matters too much, but if we get this one done first, then if we want, we could send another train to work on this track and maybe this little bit. Right, we could get them coming in here once they get past this signal. I can always throw up another signal, but that'll get them working on our loop here. And then once they get this loop done, as inefficient as it is, it means they'll be able to come back here and finish these tracks. And then maybe we can straighten out this intersection for real. So is everybody heading out? Yep, you're trying to. Very good. So we've got that worked on. And yeah, that was the problems. Let's see. Let's go down to Revergrad and see how they're doing on that building. Oh, very good. So they have these two things to finish here. And I think when we get done with the construction down here, let's see, is there anything else? Oh, you know what we have? Can we even do that? I don't think we can assign that. No. So can we... Construction is running without issue. However, I can't... Something's going on here. Oh, wait. Yeah, why can't I... Yeah, something... Oh, wait a second. Is it... No, that's... Yeah, it's not a construction project from over there. So how do I get power to here if I can't cancel this job? Let's try to build another rail, another thing. Crossing not allowed. No, I can't even get on the... Yeah, I don't know. Well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to just demolish this substation and we're going to replant it. And see if we can't. Okay, apparently clicking on that will crash the game. So, I'm not sure what to do about this. This is a bit of a problem here, isn't it? So if we click on this, building without the power supply, I can no longer even select that thing. So let's see, let's just come here and can I... Yeah, see, now I can't even click on that. So it's sort of... Let's see if we can't delete it and get it to go away. Otherwise, I'm not sure if I can't delete it. Yeah, I don't know why I'm clicking on. I'm gonna try to delete this. And don't click on that because you crash the game when you do that. It won't let me. Let's demolish this. All right. Now this job is still there, isn't it? All right, prepare for the crash. Oh. Okay, well at least we didn't crash this time. I'm going to take off auto build with Rubles since I restarted. I'm just going to come over here real quick because just make sure. All right, now let's go back to, yeah, so I don't know what exactly happened there. Now I will build this with Rubles most, just because it was, and maybe we just put it here this time. And then we'll do this. And then purchase that. And let's use, we have a few more rubles than dollars. All right, so now, good, we have voltage. So these yards should all get energy from there, right? Good. Okay, very good. So what I was gonna do before I was rudely interrupted by the game bug was to just make sure there wasn't, take a look, that there wasn't too much or any more construction to do down here. I don't think I'm missing anything that the regular construction crew can do. So when they get done these roads, well, they could do this. And how is our little gravel supply doing? Well, we're doing pretty well. I mean, we're going to need a bunch more concrete. So maybe we set them back to the railroad station when they get, the radio station when they get done these two little roads. How's that sound? And in order to do that, yeah, we'll switch out. These are we have two concrete mixers. It's going to need 530 tons more of concrete on site. So we'll let them finish that, and let's go check out what else is going on. Not much. We haven't built this road yet, so when somebody gets freed up, we'll do that. And these guys have finished their little paving project, so let's get them another paving project. So from there, okay, to there, and come in. All right, so good. So we got another paving project going. We'll eventually get this whole road paved, I hope. Feels like some of these construction road projects just take forever. So we don't have railroad cars all jammed up. And did they get out to where they needed to? Oh, that's right. No, they just did their little sections of track. Good, so they're reconnected. Okay, so let's see what happens when we try to send. Yeah, so one train should be going down to Importska there. I didn't really notice it while we were down there, but hopefully that's working. And let's get a guy working on this track. And I don't know that it matters too much. I sort of want to get this yard going, but part of me feels like just plugging away. So I'll make sure I put this, one of them on each track. Now, the problem's going to be if these tracks are connected in any way, it's not going to like this. So what I think I'll do is put in a signal. Like, in other words, they're going to jam each other up. So for now, we'll put in a couple signals just to, these are just somewhat temporary. And it'll just sort of isolate this intersection. So if anybody's working on the intersection, then yeah, this is already done, so I'm not going to worry about that. So if anybody works in that intersection, it'll get jammed up. But in the meantime, once they get through it, and this guy should be through it, laying track further along. And if this, when this guy goes to work on it, hopefully they don't jam each other up too much. But the good news is even with that crossing gone, we were able to get up here. Now the problem is, without dedicating this as one-way track, it might be a little bit hard. Now the third thing is, and I didn't want to do it just now, but just so you know, I'd thought of it. Once this guy, well, he's pretty close to done, isn't he? Yeah, once this guy gets done, I actually wanted to work on this piece of track. I wonder if, well, see, he ran out. So he's got a little bit more there, unfortunately. But if we can get this little piece of track, then this whole thing is done. And we could probably move people up here, and it might be quicker to start, you know, building from here as opposed to you know, sending them from down there. So we might leave one guy down here to keep working on by Revergrad. But so here's sort of a problem with spending so much effort and energy in getting a rail construction. You know, like, are we really even going to use this that much more after spending all that effort on it? The only thing I would say is, well, yeah, because we have, you know, the possibility of bringing steel in here now. We have the possibility of getting the prefabs out. We can get our gravel out. So these are going to be real live, you know, gravel distribution systems potentially, and prefabs. And then this one, well, rather than trucking the steel into the area, we can now bring it in by rail. So it's not, does serve dual purposes, I suppose. Okay. All right, so I think, well, let's go see what's happening with, we got another jam up. We're just going to have to take these guys off of that. Now that we're all jammed up again, what do we have here? All right, you're not going to wait. You're the corn guy. You can wait. You're the corn guy again. I know I took it off of that little truck. All right, so I think we'll at least have flow here now again. I think we got all of the vehicles that were causing problems. And let's see how we're doing up here. Well, at least this guy's picking up some wood. And our two trucks are, I guess, back with fuel. And do we have, okay, so we're still building the power lines here, but that's okay. At least we're working on it, right? We've got some of the material. Why would we only get 0.3 gravel up here? Why not bring the whole amount? All right, anyway, we'll worry about that later. So we're getting the power line. Oh, looks like the power line is built. Good. And what are you guys working on? You still got little footpaths to do everywhere, right? Not everywhere, but many places. Okay, good. Now, did we assign? I forget. Let's make sure I assign the ones up here that we need done or want done. No, that one's assigned. That one's not connected. There we go. Now, is that one assigned? Footpath 12? No, good, because we don't really need that because there's not even a building right there now anyway. Alright, so I think I'll, you know, play time forward. It seems like we're getting wood again as long as we have fuel here. It's not massive amounts, but is this our lumber? Yep, that's our lumber truck coming back for another load. Is there, and there are boards there, so it seems like we're producing it, or taking it away relatively quickly, or at least keeping him busy, so that's good. Now, you're not waiting in either location, which is kind of an issue if things stop up, but I don't really want to, I mean, could we have him? No, he's waiting to unload, so that's good. So at least he won't drive back and forth until and there's only 2 trucks coming in and out. To be honest, I think we're gonna produce more boards than we need to use internally, I think, just with this. And he'll take them down to here, so hopefully, let's do this now that we're, there we go. So we'll let them build up with boards. Yep, I clicked on the right one. You know, since we're getting them internally, we might as well fill that yard up. And then if we need boards other places, which is another thought, let's make sure, is there a truck that's getting boards for here? And if so, is he down here waiting and clogging things up? No, because we took off the purchase of boards from this area. And eventually, oh, look, we're getting bricks. Nice. All right, let's put this guy on back to building this for a little while. I don't think he's going to get it done, but at least we'll make some progress on our grand Grand Propaganda Radio Station. All right, well, there you go. All right, well, let me plug along with mostly building the railroads. I'll come down here and get that done, and whatever else, this guy will be busy for a while, but the only other thing I'll probably do, depending on how it goes, is I might start building another building or two in this area. It depends. I'll definitely try to show you guys most of everything that's happening, and then if we have too many more problems with this, I'll come back and we can straighten that out together. Did we get that done yet? No, not yet. All right, I'll see you guys in a little bit. Okay, I'm back again. And I stopped here and paused the game for a reason. Nino had left a couple comments, and maybe some other people had noticed it. Or not just his comment, but noticed the same issues that I had. Like a bit of a knucklehead, I was over here, and I've thought about it further even since then. I was sitting there doing the unload and stopping the waiting on the unload, not the load. So I did actually have that straightened out at some point. But it also made me think, I think I want to put them waiting back on the unload, right? And that might actually help reduce some of the issues here, if at least I get a few of them. Now this guy, we can do it with we can't really do it with the grocery stores, can we? Because they're going to get all messed up. But we can do it with the ones that are going to the cargo station. In any event, so this one I think goes to a grocery store. Underneath all the railroad tracks. There you go. Yeah. So anyway, as time goes on, if I catch them, I'm not too worried about them driving back and forth. I hope to have a more permanent solution for this. The other part of Nino's comment was he thought I had a problem with the gravel when I was trying to build these walking paths in here. And he's absolutely correct. And I didn't notice it because, to be honest, I didn't really care about the walking paths getting done that much. Like, we were getting by. Wasn't paying that much attention to them. But I did notice that it was taking forever and a day to get this paving done. And so at this moment, we have some issues that will work out once I start the camera up, but we have almost no gravel in here. So what I was thinking of doing is just taking some of the dump trucks and putting them up here. Or if we weren't in such a construction mode, and at some point, maybe this episode, maybe the next, we're hooked up to this now. So we could actually take gravel from there and put it to here if we had this conveyor done right here. So let's go ahead and, even though this guy he's working on that train station, since he's not going to have much gravel for the train station anyway, maybe we can assign that conveyor. And then once he has that conveyor done, it would be worth hooking that up. The final part of Nino's comment, and I think that it's something that's fair for me to explain a little bit better. If Nino had a question, other people probably do, about why I'm scheduling these guys manually. And this is actually why I paused it. This is why. It's because I'm trying to get them to go out on tracks and not interfere with each other too much, as opposed to letting these things auto search for the next project. So, and he made a comment that I'm not prioritizing. I actually kind of am. I am prioritized. Like, I'm looking at these two as one track in my mind. So as you can see, if you look, I have one construction crane thing going there, and another one going on this other track. So in other words, they're going to come down here. So there's been times where it conflicts, but like when I had the choice to build this one or this one, what I would do is I built this one so that the second train would go here, and I'm pretty sure that other train is working on finishing up our connection to our gravel down here at Rivergrad. So, like I'll keep the one train on this track, and then I'll keep the other train on this other track going into here as much as he can. Obviously, there's a limit to all of that. So I've been trying to balance it out, I think, better than they could. So, for example, let me straighten this out real quick, and then we'll unpause time. So if we come here, I know that this guy was up here. Now it's been a little while. I think I had him working on this because I want to get, like, for example, here's how I'm prioritizing it again. Like, I want to get done this junction at least up to a certain point, because then like I can send more trains down this way and they wouldn't interfere with any train, what I say train, crane, construction train into here, and not, you know, like they just won't interfere. I could have 3 trains working in this area and not have too many jam ups, I hope. My jam ups are happening because I have these two-way signals everywhere, so they go out on the track and in on the track, and I don't really want to build like crossing every single place. Like, I'd rather it be, you know, like this, but in order to build this track, they have to come down this way. I can't make this one way. So yes, I am prioritizing kind of this main line, but I can't just work on the main line or else they start interfering with each other. So, like, for example, I've been sending a guy into here to work because, you know, I do want to get this area done as well, but it also gets them, by putting these signals in, it gets them off this main track and other trains can go up and down. Now, in this case, this guy happened to come back right before this guy probably made it into here. So let's see if I'm right. Let's get the number off of this. So this is unfinished 41. Let's see where I think that might be. Yep, unfinished 41. So what I'll do is just cancel this real quick. And that should make, yep, that guy disappeared. And then what I can do is just then go and reassign it. And everything should be good. So this guy will come out of here. Now, the other reason, by the way, that I'm working on this one is because when this guy's in here working on this guy doesn't get any workers because they're not smart enough to go around the block. So watch what happens when he comes. Oops, why are we red there? We weren't red there before. Sometimes it's red because, here, let's pause it again. I think it's red because it's connected in here. So in order to get rid of that, what I would have to do is put up another, either delete this crossing, which I do want the crossing here, I think. This is one of the places that I do. I'm not worried about it causing problems like on a main track. So good, we can get a signal in here. Just put one there for the sake of, we could always, the signals are free. So yeah, see that, oh, where did he go? Oh, he just disappeared on me. Huh. Yeah, well. Oh, you know why he disappeared? Because I split his construction in half. Like, and it blocked it. So let's go back over here. And so those guys, imports go. Oops, went too far. Now I'm totally lost. All right, slowly. All right, so we want to go up to this one. So yeah, once I cut that construction in half, it stopped. So all my effort to get him to go right in was thwarted by putting that signal down. But now we shouldn't have the problem as long as only one train is trying to come in here. And even then we could put another, you know, if we want 2 trains working on the tracks in here, we could put another thing there. So anyway, when this guy was going in here and he's sitting here working, it blocks, I don't know if this is the right bus, but if this is the bus that's taking workers over to there, he just sits there and waits rather than driving around. So anyway, there you go. All right, so now this guy's in there working. And what else were we going to do? We need to get more gravel to here. What is the steel guy doing? Why are you going in there? Oh, because you're dropping off for the conveyor. Okay, good. All right, so what I think I want to do is, do we have, yeah, see, we have a couple dump trucks here. Let's just take one of them now that I think about it. Because I don't want to. Is this the one? Yeah, he's just jammed up. And so I can't, till he gets over there, I can't set him on a course. But, and do we have how many dump trucks in here? No, this is a dumper, right? How many do we have in there? Yeah, we got 2 dumpers. So let's take another dumper off of here and set him to go here. And then what we want to do is come over to here, at least real temporarily. We'll get them to go to here, to here. And I want to copy that. Oop, that is this one. Is that this one? Why did it just... what it did? Alright, well, I don't understand that, but... there we go. So this is wrong. Load. Unload. And because these are just temporary ones, I'm not even going to put the stone thing there. They won't be able to get anything but stone. Yep, there we go. So now the copy worked. So let's start this guy. And he should go get a load. And then, so at least we'll have a little bit of extra stone coming up here. And I think what kind of happened with it to some degree is that I took the trucks out of here because I needed all that stone for the radio station and sent them down to Revergrad, so that was my own fault. But now the other thing we can think about is, can we get our first train? Do we even, we have the depot here, but I really, in order to get this train to not cause colossal messes, we would probably, I mean, could our one-way system work in and out of here? I mean, it could work up to a certain point, right? But we don't have another crisscross. So I think what would happen is if we put this train on here, he may interfere with our... so he's not going to be able to get across here, but that needs to be fixed anyway. Right? Like, in other words, they have to be able to come in this way and go back out that way. So I'm just going to do like the minimum kind of thing to get these to work. Now, can I do something like this? No. I can do something like that. Ah, shoot. I really wish they would change that auto buy with Rubles thing so I don't have to do this so often. But well, we cheated a little bit, right? I'm not gonna stop reload the video for that. So, all right. So let's come up here, and now here's the question: do we just, because we're this far? No, we don't need 2 trains coming in there. So now we'll set that as a project, kind of a high priority project, right? So what is this guy working on? Nothing. Good. So you can go over there real quick and work on that. And did we get our... yeah, see, now this is the problem. Or a problem. No workers. Almost guarantee you that the bus... and then what'll happen is... this is... yeah, this is Prešik South. And... I bet you the workers are even going to end up sitting in there too long. And it won't go until he gets across this street. Like, this section here was where they just stopped messing with the cars there. It seems like a bit extreme, but in real life, if you ever sat there waiting for the train, it seems like a bit extreme as well, doesn't it? This guy looks like he wants to drive around it. In any event. All right, well, let's see about... okay, so we would have to have that, so we can get in and out of here from either track. We're not ever going to take stone from here and go that way. It's only, at this point, ever going to come up this way. And regardless of what track he came in or out on, which might be messed up for these first loads anyway, he can get in both of these from that direction. So he can come in this way and go out that way. And then he can come right straight down here and into here. So let's see if we can't buy my first train ever, honestly, when I've done other playthroughs. So let's buy new equipment. And we don't want a track builder. We want to... Oh, you know what? Does he have to... Okay, I'm going to find out. Do they even drive to here? And do we have fuel in here? Building is without power supply. Okay, slow down. Why doesn't it have... Oh, you know what? And stop. Okay, I don't know how we got fuel in there, but why don't we have power here? Just because I decided it was unnecessary. Alright, so that's just a switch. Why do we have a switch there? Even though it is pretty convenient in this case, isn't it? Okay, I must have known I would need a power supply back there. Where is the power? So this is the power supply is right there. So yeah, that's not gonna... So why don't we bring it across the street as far as we kind of... We have another one somewhere over here, yeah. So why don't we just put it somewhere down in here, maybe off of this road? Since we'll need a road to construction anyway. And I'll put it as far away as I can. Well, no I won't. Just put it kind of further than you would think I would, right? And hopefully we don't have to move it. Oh wait, does this guy need power? No, apparently not. Okay. Well, anyway. All right, so let's put it at the end of this dirt road. Kind of where I think it would cover this whole area, right? Yeah, we'll just build a little dirt road over to it. And I do have a construction crew right here. They've been paving. Now they're going to work on that. And I jumped the gun a little bit. Let's turn that as sharp as I can. Might as well go as far that way as I can. Too sharp again. So then we'll assign these guys that. Good. All right, so now we'll have electricity there, but we also, it sounds like, need to get a fuel truck. Not that I don't have a bunch of them sitting here doing nothing. Oil tank. Probably don't need the world's biggest one. Why don't we get one of these silver ones? We don't have a silver one like this. Because, hey, why not, right? I don't know how much fuel we'll actually use on the railroads, but... There we go. So go pick up fuel. And drop. Yeah, load. Load there, unload here, wait here. And I didn't start that guy, did I? Let's also start him. Alright, well he will probably have an issue until that electrical gets built, but at least we'll have that. So now I'm hoping this train will go get filled up, though we probably should wait to buy that train at that point. So yeah, so I'm basically with my rails, especially when I was here, that's when I started doing all that manual thing. It's like I need to assign this as well, and I really should. Is this guy done? No, because he can't really get started because there you go. This guy's past there. Now see, look, this is the kind of thing. So now what I want to do is manually get rid of this guy which should be, yeah, I don't know which one he went to work on, but probably that one. So 29. So I'll take off 29 from over here. Sometimes it gets frustrated, and I think that was this one I saw. Sometimes if I'm in the mode, I remember, yeah, like, there we go. So now that guy will get, yeah, this guy will get going, and then I can, well, then we can decide, you know, this guy's going to work on that, but he'll be done shortly. And really want to keep plugging away at these tracks. So if he's on that other track, see, the problem is he's going to be in this block, and he's going to block up everything in there. That's the big part of the issue. So I'll just set this guy to, it doesn't really matter, work on that one now. And then the other thing is, because it's one way, they tend to get blocked up coming back and forth. Now they might, the auto search might do it better than I think, but and the other truth of the matter is I'm getting kind of far away. So now this is another possible jam up. See, if this guy decided to come back and go on this track, he doesn't reevaluate all the time. And I think it depends on whatever lane is closest. I don't know what makes him pick one way or the other. Most of the time this works fine, but other times he'll just try to pull into here despite another train sitting right there. It's like he decided on his track when he left the yard. No, this time it worked fine. Of course, because I'm trying to show an issue, right? Oh, we got a fire extinguished. There we go. So yeah, this guy's off that way. How are we doing? We can't have much to go, no. But then we'll have to work on this other. I don't have to, but I'd like to get all the track down here done. So at some point, yeah, see, these are two separate tracks. So if I were to put signals here and here, then we could get two trains to work on them. Anyway. All right. The other thing, if you've noticed, is my money is going down. So prepare yourselves for an episode of straightening things out. And how are we doing? Did we get any gravel in here yet? Well, we got 17 tons. Now, why is this guy... Are you unloading, or are you just sitting there? Well, you have asphalt in you. Okay. Why would you get asphalt in you? And how can we get rid of asphalt? Alright, well, you know what? I guess we'll cancel, go to depot, go back to working here. Now, you don't have anything in you, so let's try to assign this guy. Alright, like he'll just have to let the train, or let the thing work it out, right? But we'll have this other guy. Shouldn't have closed him. And we'll get him going back and forth. Hopefully. And then you come up and go to there. Alright, I don't think I have to assign this, but I will. Good. How are we doing down here? We have been using quite a bit of asphalt. I've been just assuming that it's... Oh yeah, it's not an issue of... It's not an issue of not having enough gravel. It's not having enough gravel where we need it. So now this guy can't do anything because we still don't have power. How are we doing on our little power project? Are you guys... You guys should be pretty quick about it. Missing truck with covered hull. Okay, well, I don't see one in that depot. So, let's get a covered hull. There you go, buddy. Have at it. Alright, well it's always good to check. Okay. So let's see if we can't. Let's see, what else? Do we have everything else we need there, I'm assuming? Yeah, we got the steel. We're going to get the. Oops, I had the substation open. Oh, concrete. Why don't we have. You're not having a problem with concrete, are you? Concrete mixer. You know what? That's right. I just set this guy down here to be a temporary paving crew. Now I'm turning it into a regular construction crew. But I have 2 concrete trucks here that are sitting there kind of doing nothing for the moment. There we go. Alright, so now we got concrete going. Well, sort of, in a while. Alright, well, why don't I pause it for just a few minutes. I'll keep the trains working on stuff, hopefully. And when I come back, we'll... Because I see that this episode's starting to get a little long. Rather than have it go over, I'll just wait until we're ready to get our first train. Because I think that's a monumental step in a lot of ways. And I have no idea how it's going to work out. So, look at that. We need to get... Well, yeah, I really should probably get that done too, shouldn't I? Alright, well, let me see. We'll get ready to do the train and I'll come back. I may build this track before I do. But I don't know. He could probably go around this way. So let's see what happens. Okay. We now have power to our fuel station, though I have a feeling that this is not going to go well. To be honest with you. I think we're going to need to get this guy where he passes a fuel station. I don't know if is he going to be smart enough to go do it. But in any event, we're going to need a diesel locomotive. And I was just sort of looking at how much. I mean, we have a good amount of money. I thought, well, I don't necessarily want to get the smallest, but I don't know if I definitely don't need the biggest either. So I was just looking, at the different options. I would think that, this one, I don't understand why this one's less money, goes faster. Well, it just went up in price as we were looking at it. Like, doesn't there seem to be a pretty big disparity there? This one's a little bit less weight. Maybe that's the issue. Maybe this is designed more for passengers, it sort of looks like. How about this one? This one seems pretty comparable to this one. And it's certainly in the same ballpark. Let's go with this one. And then the next thing we need is some cargo wagons. And we're going to need a few of these hoppers. How much can one of these... I can't see anything. Come on. There it is. So one of these can hold 950. So there's no... I don't know. I guess the limit becomes how much we can get in a hopper car. So these are relatively expensive. So if we got 5 of them, that would be 200,000. Let's get 6. So there we go. We just spent a boatload of money and just to get some gravel moved. Probably not the smartest thing. And there we go. So we now have a train. So come on. So now let's see how this works. So it has typical low fuel. So we should be able to go there and load and then come here and unload. And just because, hey, why not? And then here, for now, I want you to wait. Though I was thinking, with a little bit more track being built, we could probably add another stop. So let's, oops, I could have hit the little eyeball on him. So let's see. Maybe we'll even follow him around a bit, huh? So the question is, can he, do they turn around when they get to that? Will he just go to that when he needs fuel? Let's see what happens. Yeah, so I am a complete novice at this moment when it comes to the trains, if you guys can't tell. But we have a train, guys. I'm pretty excited about that. Yeah, and see, this is the kind of thing Yeah, we'll just say, as long as he picks up stuff and takes it up there, and it's even if it's a mess and needs a lot of working out, I'll be reasonably happy. And let's leave him open. Now again, is this a long enough train? I'd like your guys' input. He's obviously going pretty quick now. I don't really care that the trains move that fast. Alright, he's loading up. Excellent. So he's going to take a good chunk of our gravel, isn't he? Man, look at it going down. That's okay. That's a lot of trucks that we have driving back and forth, getting replaced by the one train. Let's see how much... Okay, evening... this gravel's not worth very much, is it? I mean, we have truckloads of stuff driving around that are worth more than this whole train load. I'm pretty happy, actually, guys. I mean, it... You know, this train building manually is laborious, and I know, you know, with Nino's auto search suggestion, but I also like just assigning it. I wish there was a little more friendly ways to assign these things, keep track of where everybody's at, but there we go. Yeah, so he's definitely going a lot slower on his way out. I don't know if there's because there's a hill there or what, but probably should be keeping an eye on other things, huh? I did while I was waiting assign a few more roads to be built, but nothing very exciting. Let's put it that way. See, and eventually what we'll do, especially once we get construction straightened out. Oh, here, you know what? Let me jump ahead. This is the track that I need to get done if I want to send him between the two. So then this is the kind of problem that I keep having. So we're just definitely, we have a jam up. So let's get the construction trains, 50-50 chance. I don't know which one is which. Yeah, we're going to get rid of both of them. Oh, then it didn't get rid of that one, did it? So then he's going to have a jam up here. Are you kidding me? Alright, so now I got to send this guy back. Can I just do that? Like, oh, I can flip his direction? Yeah, change direction. And go back to Quarryville. Man, so it didn't make this guy disappear for me. Well, as expected. Now the worst part is, look, now he's going to run out of fuel, so all right, once he gets there, that guy should be able to go. Now where are you stopping? Okay, I don't know why he flipped around there. He's just sucking down the fuel now. Oh, because now he's going to stay red until that guy gets past here. Okay, go. Alright, so now there's no construction cranes in his way until he gets down the other end. So he should be going... Oh, you know why he flipped around? He flipped around to go get fuel, didn't he? Now the question is, can he flip around? Can he just pull into that... This is not a good place, I don't think, for this, because maybe we'll build a bypass around it. I don't know if that'll work. But if we get too many trains on our main track there, then train stopping for fuel is probably not the best idea. Yeah, see, so he's going in there. Now, how is he going to get... See, without this track built, how does he get back on that track? At least he's got fuel coming in. Now, does he have enough fuel? Well, they do suck up some fuel, don't they? I think it would be nice. I understand the reason why they do the tons, but why not do tons on the fuel on the vehicle? Like, I understand you guys in Europe and most of the rest of the world do it in liters, but yeah, see, now he's lost. All right, so go back to Quarryville. Can you go to Quarryville? Yeah, okay. Just took him a minute to reset. Let's fast forward this a little bit. It's getting to be one. Actually, you know what? When he gets past this, I can flip him around. So I'm going to slow it down for a second. Right? When you get past that T, then I can say, okay, go back the other way and go to this station. Right, because now I can go back out there. Now I should be able to take either track. All right, we can close this again for the moment. Now, why are you red? Oh, because you're on the track. So why would you stop there? Right, so we really want him to stay right, but he's going to go left anyway. And this is where I've heard it's less buggy, and even though I'm deciding to do it right-hand drive, but I'm not sure, is there tendency to want to go left? That would tend to make it easier at times if they want to go left. Alright, so now you should be having plenty of fuel. Alright, so let's fast forward your trip here. So it looks sort of like we're making good time. Yeah, now we have another train. Or no, that's the guy that's... Are we still not done? Sorry. We're still not done that construction. Okay, sorry. Oh, no, I lost my train. Alright, let's hit play. So within the bounds of he's driving on the wrong side of the road, he did make it. And he is about to drop off steel, and we do have our stone, and we do have our construction thing done. And how much do we need here? Let's watch it go in. Very cool. I like it. Nice. So now our only problem is getting everything straightened out so that he can make this trip back and forth without too many problems. I think one of the things I can do, since eventually he'll slow down, is let's send a couple of these guys, though it'll probably cause a problem with him coming back, right? Let's send these guys back down to work on this, and another guy to work on this one. And you know what? I might... Nah, because you know what, I could probably get away with, I closed that. Let me just do one more, show you the kind of thing I'm attempting to do. And then we can kind of call this end done. So see, I was prioritizing trying to get this connected. Yeah, see, I think I can, oh no, because there's not a signal right there. Yeah, so that won't work. That's all right. Maybe they'll do something. Maybe they'll screw each other up. But in any event, I will talk to you guys in the next episode, and we'll probably try to straighten out our train, and there's probably a few other things, like this guy's not assigned to do anything, so let's, yeah, we can get the firehouse. But one of the things, too, is until I'm ready to fire this up, I think we should build the town first so that we can get the firehouse going. So let's work on the fire station first. How's that sound? Because if we don't have a firehouse, then any of this stuff could burn up. We don't want that. At least I don't want that. You guys may want to see that, but I don't want to see it. Alright. Now this guy got parked there. Alright, well anyway, we'll straighten out a bunch more issues in the next episode. Why aren't we working on this? That would be another good thing to work on, wouldn't it? Okay. Well, we probably got a lot of things to work on. And just so you know, the thing I was complaining about was, oh, look, they're done that quick. Good. So now we're paved this whole way. And the only other problem we have now is this guy could actually pave some more. Sorry, I know I just about said goodbye, but one last second here. Bear with me. And they should be able to bypass, but he's not going to be able to. Well, no, I guess he could go up and down the dirt road. But we'll get him to work on these stretches, and then I'll probably do that between the episodes. And then we are paving this as well, so I was using farming skis, construction people. Here, we'll do one more before we go. How far can we get? Ooh, nice. I like the big ones. Feel like they're. Oh, look at that. Jeez, we can get all the way up to there. All right, there we go. So all those cars can use the side roads, and we'll get this guy finishing up this, and then we'll have that road paved. And then, by the way, I was doing this before I got distracted by electrical problems. Oh, further down, we'll do one more. See this one? Now this is a bit of an issue, but get this guy to pay. Is that it? Really? What, was there something there at some point? Okay. Well, it's not a very impressive stretch of road for you guys to see me assign, but it is what it is, right? And then the other thing I had done, I think even since the episode was over, was reassign these guys, like stop them from working on this radio station again, and do the same thing here. But you know what? I'm gonna bite the bullet and do this little tiny stretch here, which is gonna stop everything up until they get it done. Not everything, but many things. There we go. All right, well, I'll be back. We'll have a little bit more road paved, and it's not gonna be long in game between episodes. Oh, there we go. Look, just doesn't take anything. So let's see. Any chance that we'll get it right on the first shot? Let's see. It's like, well, you know what? I'm going to go with this one. This one. Well, you know what? Let's go with the last one. Yes. There we go. All right, guys. I'll keep assigning stuff, and eventually we'll be done enough that we can get more done. You know what? This guy could work on. Sorry, I keep doing this. I'm going to quit. I promise. One more assignment. Where is it? This guy could actually work on this track here because he's coming from the other direction. All right. I'm done. Have a good day. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Take care of yourselves, and